the fatal shooting of ICU nurse Alex Preddy by federal agents in Minneapolis.
A spokesperson with the Department of Homeland Security tells NBC News there is body camera footage of that shooting. The incident is raising many questions, including constitutional ones over free speech and the right to bear arms, and a warning: some of the videos you're going to see here are graphic. On Saturday morning, federal officials say Preddy approached Border Patrol agents armed and violently resisted their attempts to disarm him. Those were their words. Multiple NBC News verified cell phone videos do not show Preddy holding a weapon during the altercation. State and city leaders say that what they have seen does not match federal officials' accounts. Over the weekend, we saw Second Amendment defenders and Trump administration officials kind of at odds over possession of firearms at a protest. An official with the lobbying group Gun Owners of America wrote on X, quote, "I guess the Justice Department is back to targeting gun owners as domestic terrorists."
Preddy was a U.S. citizen with no criminal record. According to local officials, he was licensed to carry a handgun. So let's bring in NBC News senior Homeland Security correspondent Julia Ainsley and NBC News legal analyst Danny Savalos. Julia, I'll start with you and your new reporting, exclusive reporting on the existence of body camera footage. So far, we've only seen witness videos. So what have you learned?
Well, what we've learned is that these agents were BORTAC agents. That's part of Border Patrol that's highly trained and is more likely to have those body cameras on them. They were the first unit when they were deployed under the Biden administration, and they hadn't been taken away, even though Trump later reversed the body camera requirement with an executive order when he took office. So what we understand is that they have the camera footage from multiple angles. When I say they, I mean the investigators. This is now part of the investigation that's being led by the Department of Homeland Security with the assistance of the FBI. And that means that it might not be as clean cut as what we first heard from people like Kash Patel at the FBI, Greg Bovino at Border Patrol, or Secretary Noem after the shooting on Saturday, when they said it was clear that he violently resisted. Hopefully, with more footage, with more angles being investigated, we'll be able to really unpack this, and investigators may be able to get closer to the truth of the incident here and see if there is any reason to do a criminal investigation into whether or not any of these agents did not act within their training and violated Petri's civil rights by killing him.